Hi, I am Alicia from Toddler One, and today I wanted to talk to you guys about reading to our children, spending a little bit of time with them. I know that sometimes we think, how can we read to our children right now if they're so little? But if we start at a young age to read to them and singing to them, because even singing is putting many words into their little tiny minds, it's building their brains for success at a young age. The more words that we expose them to, it's gonna be better for them in the long run. And even though they don't read right now, they can start by like memorizing small things. Like, think of this. They don't know how to read, but if you guys are driving past, like, let's say everybody knows McDonald's. They pass by the M, your little kids will say, Mommy, Mommy, McDonald's. You go by Walmart. Sometimes your little kids are like, I want to stop at the store. Let's go to Walmart. Some of them can recognize Harding's, or let's even say the Mexican store. They learn to recognize places by symbols. So if we start out by showing our children books with letters or colors at a young age, they'll catch on. And even like our fruits and vegetables, they go to the store, they know them. So for example, here I have a book with fruits and vegetables, and we can show them the fruits, talk to them. This one's in Spanish, and the good thing about this book is that it's an indestructible book. So it's like a book for babies, so they can try and rip it and it doesn't tear, and I'm literally trying here to tear it. So you can give it to your babies and they can put it in their mouths and it will not tear, like literally. I'm trying to tear it up and they cannot tear it. On here it tells you it's like an indestructible book, and it has the colors. You can just start off by talking to them about the colors. It's red, tomatoes, watermelons and stuff, pumpkins and oranges, and pineapples, stuff like that. And then there's rhyming books with mice, and then you can just point to the way that the book is. And sometimes, because I have an older little girl, she's 4, sometimes she'll just repeat the book to me from so many times that I've read her the book. So they just learn to memorize them. And if you don't have books, magazines are also good ways. Like, here's a stop sign. Sometimes they don't know that this is a stop sign, but if they see a stop sign, they say, stop. That's a stop sign. It means to stop. It's just things that they learn as they grow up. So these are also like good things to show them. There's little stories in magazines. There's pictures that you guys can talk about in magazines. You guys can see, like, there's pizzas, and you can talk about how the pizza starts with the letter P. You can see, what do we see here in this picture? And just talk about what you see and build up their vocabulary, and ask them, what is in this picture? And say, there's an ice cream in here, and talk about the ice cream that's in there. Talk about the car. What color is the car? There is a rocket. What color is this tree? What is in the tree? Different things like that. And it can be any kind of magazine. And then different kinds of books are good to talk about. Like, this is a very colorful book. And if you don't want to read it, I'm not going to say don't read to your children. But sometimes I know that parents come home tired. We can just say, I see an orange dog and a green dog laying in a bed. And then we can flip the page. All the dogs are on different writing tools or things. You don't necessarily have to read the book. I know that there's been times that I'm very tired and I just make up a story to my kid, or I've read this book 100 times and I'm like, that one again. So I just make up the story as I go. And my daughter will tell me, that's not how it goes, because she's already heard it over and over again. And you guys can just talk about what you see in the books. But I went to the library, and I know sometimes we don't have access to the library. Maybe it's far away. But all teachers, at least as far as I'm aware, at Telamon, we all have access to Epic. We were all given access to Epic. And I know that I emailed my 3 children, their parents, a link to log on. And they can log on there, and there's access to many books. They can look at the books on Epic. There's a lot of books. There's books that the parents can read to the children. There's books that can be read to the children. So even if the parents are tired and they don't want to necessarily read to the children, there's books there that the children can look at and hear. But as far as the activity for today, you guys can pick up any magazine, newspapers. Newspapers are good to look at too, because the newspapers also have a lot of things, like of course the news, but they also have even the cartoons, because I know that my neighbor loves to come over Monday morning and give my daughter the newspaper with the funny pages for my daughter. But like I said, today I was just going to talk to you guys about reading with your children, either magazines or, like I said, just books. And this book is just about colors, and it's talking about the color. Where do you see the color blue? And it's like in the sky. It's something we can read outside. Green, there's grass, and just talk about the grass. Yellow, what things are yellow and stuff like that. But any time is a good time to read. You can read anything. You guys can read as you're driving to the doctors. You guys can read even the doctor's notes that you get on your way home. If somebody else is driving, you guys can read those to your children. Let them know what the doctor said. Make any few seconds or any few moments a good learning moment for them. So that's what I have for today. Thank you.